Hi, I'm Mushi and welcome to the Amazing Digital Circus episode 9, and today we're going to be watching, it was released yesterday, and this is the finale of this wonderful series. It has its ups, it has its downs, and I won't lie and tell you that this is a completely blind watch. I have been horribly spoiled for a lot of the main points, but I really did want to watch it in all of its entirety, especially for the English sub, because I like supporting content creators, independent studios, and I just want to watch cartoons, man. So I'm gonna be watching this and reacting to it along the way, and then I'm going to hopefully see if I can analyze some stuff. I don't actually remember, I didn't binge 1 to 8 to get to 9, so I'm going to probably be missing a lot of points from the previous episodes, but I wanted to start breaking down some characters in the future. Caine, Jackson, Pomni, and Ragatha specifically, because there are certain character analyses that I really want to do for them, and I think that this series is pretty interesting, not just because, it's very popular, it's because it definitely is a strange piece of pop media. I'm not going to be saying that I completely think it's the best thing ever, right? I don't actually think it is, but I like it. It's mine to like. So, this is gonna be a full, straight watch. I'm gonna be pausing every now and then to do my reactions, and you should definitely support the original release. Please do go to the channel itself before watching all of this, but this is gonna be a 1-hour watch, so Alright, welcome to the final episode of the Amazing Digital Circus. Let's go. Oh boy, okay. Right, I remember it now. What happened in episode 8. Let's go!
Are you sure? How did that even happen? There's no undo or anything?
He was messing with the console as I was working. I don't know what happened, but before I could try to get him back, the floor opened up and...
That's convenient.
Jax.
What?
Whoa.
Are we all just supposed to forgive this? This guy messed up in the worst possible way he could. Now we have nothing.
Jax, please, just calm down. We're
Anything else you want to tell us?
Jax!
What? He gets to mess up like this and everyone takes his side?
Brain scans. Scratch was trying to make a brain scanner. I didn't think it actually worked.
Oh,
we didn't know how to work with the files, and they were impossibly small, given what they were supposed to be. I saw a folder full of them when I was in Caine's code. So, I guess Caine found a way to get them working.
Huh.
That means...
I know what it means.
Congratulations,
Okay.
Zooble! Guess you still get to leave your mark in the world. Oh, isn't that fun?
Jax.
I guess you still get to hang out with Mommy after all, right, Rags?
Shut up, Jax!
Guess I'm... still...
Oh no.
I know. I think I've always known. It just... for some reason... it still hurts so much to hear it.
I know
She knew?
it hurts, but we still have each other. We're all in this together.
Aww. Yeah, it's a straw that broke the camel's back. I think what hurts the most is because the others have been here for so long. It really just hurts all that much more. You know what I mean? I feel like
Now?
that's the harder part
Sure.
about this entire
If you want to give it a
situation.
try. Relax your body and mind. Deep breaths. And try not to think too hard about it.
Okay, here's the thing. I kind of know how the pacing of this episode goes from a writing standpoint, but until this point, they kind of don't talk about the brain scan situation anymore, which I think is such a big shame on a writing perspective, because I feel like, number one, TADC tends to do this kind of thing where they don't actually tell you the complete details of the lore drop, right? So they give you the lore drop of the big reveal, but it cuts off to like a vague explanation. Like, you know how Ragatha said, I always, something on the lines of, I know what that means, and that's where the framing of that explanation is. I always wondered if they should have expanded on that a lot more, because I feel like that's a really important point of this story. And I know that I'm pausing this again. Please watch the original. Like, please support the channel first before like watching an analysis of it, because that's what this is gonna be. In my opinion, from a writing side, I really wish that they dove deeper into that possibility, because the theme of the Amazing Digital Circus has always been the people, right? It doesn't matter who the main character is. What matters is how you're supposed to be moving through the problems of life, and how you're changing through the problems of life, or how well or how unwell you adapt to it. So you have a character like Jax that can't adapt well to change, to like having to put on a mask, etc., and all that good stuff. And people are still haunted by their past; they can't move on. And some people are trying to move on, but they're still coping, like Ragatha or Kinger, that's like well-adjusted, but well-adjusted like mentally or like on a personality side. But you can tell the physical like problems that are coming from it. And to drop something so big like that, in my opinion, is such, I think it really needed so much more depth, that, hey, you're not real. And that shifts so much of episode 1 all the way to episode 8. And I don't think it was a good idea to pivot so far away from that immediately. And I really hope they kind of, remedy that in the upcoming scenes, please.
I
hope.
wanted to help.
You had a good start.
I thought I could uplift everyone, but everything's gotten so bad. God,
She's a
am
good
I
person.
Stupid for even trying.
I think Pomni is just a good
None of
person.
this is
Well,
your
she's a
fault. I
difficult
don't
person.
think anyone could have
Oh,
predicted
no,
things to
in a
play
difficult
out the way
situation.
they
There you
did.
go.
I'm scared.
My bad.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
You know,
Oh, Kinger.
out of all the people I've seen enter this place, I don't think any one of them adjusted as quickly as you did.
Yeah.
I was a nervous wreck.
So was I. It's a lot for anybody to go through. But while the others took weeks, hell, even months to get used to everything, myself included,
Aw.
you found your footing in a matter of days. And not just that, you've also become someone they can trust, even if they don't
That's true.
seem receptive. It's times like these they're gonna need someone like that the most.
And it's kind of sad that Ragatha tried to be that person for everyone, but it was also clear that there were so much... Like, the way that she approached this is a byproduct of the trauma that she also faced, that we will see later. I think that's what really makes it so... I don't know, it feels raw. It's not good, it's not bad, but it's human. I feel like that's the best way to talk about the Amazing Digital Circus. It's painfully human. I don't like talking about a show being good or a show being bad. Actually, I don't like talking about a show being bad if it's not like if I can't find like an objective structural like problem too much. Like it's not preference is different, right? Preference is different. For me, I feel like whenever I watch this show, it's like it's painfully human. I'm looking at people with their flaws and their psychologies and their attempts to do better, and it's really interesting. That's what I liked about the atmosphere of this one.
You're very
of the show,
strong,
rather.
Pomni. And I know you'll be able to get through this.
Oh, Kinger. It's okay, Kinger.
We've been here before.
No, we haven't.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
back in the Mildenhall Manor.
Oh.
I doubt you remember.
Well, it's still true.
Aw.
It may take time, but they'll come around.
Yeah.
We can't fix every problem.
Okay.
Not with ourselves. Not with the world around us. But we can still do what we can.
It's gonna be a lot of work.
But it won't be a lot of work alone.
Aw.
I don't know what the troubles.
Hold on. I feel like I'll get copyrighted for this. So, we're just gonna play this on mute while I keep talking. Yeah, we'll use this as an interlude. Unfortunately, yes, please do watch the original. I like that Pomni is like, this is a manifestation, right, of like her making the exit back in an extended version of that. I like that they're still invested. I think people always give characters a hard time when they're having a hard time adjusting to a big change. For some reason, it's always like younger people that they get mad at when they're like still adjusting to things. But I feel like this is okay. They're not really like adjusting as fast as they could, but like I feel, or rather, they're not supposed to be adjusting as slow, maybe realistically, quote unquote. But I think it's very interesting to at least see some snippets, given the magnitude of everything that's about to happen. Bye, Jax. Oh, shoot. Whew, okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
I wish I'd pried a little more. I somehow forgot how bad it can get.
Why is he on 4 legs?
What do we do now?
What
Right.
can we do?
Oh my goodness.
Of course he'd do this. Of course he'd wait until there's nothing we could do about it. That's just so... God damn it, Jax.
Okay. So there's the big reveal. This is gonna sound strange, but again, I'm not looking at this from the perspective of someone that's like overly critiquing this like on paper. But I think on an empathetic side, I kind of understand what Pomni did and why she did that. And the regret that comes with not doing it, I think, is, again, painfully human. I think she misunderstood that Jax needed space. Not because, like, oh, I don't care about him anymore, like, I'm gonna, like, leave him alone, right? Because, like, oh, I don't care. It's not that. It's that there are certain times where people give people space, quote unquote, because they think that's the right thing to do. And sometimes it is the right thing to do, to give people space. But what Pomni's biggest mistake was, Jax went to her already. The one person that he could trust on some level, he gave a sliver of in. And Pomni made a mistake. I'm not saying Pomni is a bad person, because I don't think like that's the right way to read this either. Because again, she expresses that I wish I would have pried a little harder. That's just true. It's the same way that, what do you call this? It reminds me of that scene with her and Gangle back in Spudsies. Pomni, but it's not the one where like she stops Gangle from abstracting, like when, oh, I'm gonna close up. It's the one where she thinks it's awkward. It kind of feels like that all over again. That sometimes she's not sure on how to actually help someone emotionally speaking, right? Because sometimes people don't know what the other person really needs. And Jax didn't need space this time. He needed someone to actually listen, or to give him the safety net of, hey, it's okay. I won't judge you for being vulnerable. But he couldn't open that up himself, and he needed someone else to open that up for him, which... that's life! I feel bad for Zubul here too. I think they really...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For what?
I think they're just
Hey.
mad.
This isn't your fault.
It's not. Never was.
Why can't I cry for him?
Because you don't have to, Gangle.
I suppose we should try coming up with a plan to keep him contained.
It's not your fault, Gangle.
You know, I always thought it should have been me.
Don't say that.
Oh.
We were friends once. I mean, sort of friends. As much of friends as anybody could have been with Jax. We could talk to each other, at least. But then, what was it? Something like the snowy summit. I can't really remember. But something happened between him and her. And...
Oh.
Ribbit. Her name was Ribbit.
Oh.
I think I remember you mentioning her before.
I wasn't supposed to. After Ribbit was gone, I tried to comfort
I don't
him.
remember when that actually was. Can
He
someone
told
help
me
with
to
that?
never mention Ribbit's name again. He made me promise,
Oh.
and I did. I think that's where our friendship really, finally ended. I wonder if things would have been different if I'd said no.
I feel so bad for Agatha.
It was so hard for me. I still don't know why I did it. I just wanted him to know he wasn't alone. That I was there for him. And I guess I just didn't want to lose any more friends.
Oh, Ragatha.
Show us what I know, huh?
Ragatha, you were the first real friend I made here. And despite all that's happened, I still consider you my closest friend.
I'm glad we're still friends.
Oh, Pomni. Oh, they could never make me hate you, Ragatha. They can never. They thought they could. I believed. She's my favorite character in the whole series. I'm not gonna lie. I love her. I love characters like her so much. She's so sweet. But she's painfully sweet. You know what I mean? She's just doing her best.
What are we gonna do?
Make sure Gangle, Zubul, and Kinger are okay. They need someone like you right now.
Pomni, you've been one of the best things to happen to me since I got here.
Aw.
I trust you.
It's okay. Alright. That's just... No. No, that was just awkward to look at. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to times 2 it. My bad. Alright. A bit of a pause here. I understand what Zubul and Gankel are going through. I'm not saying it like... I understand Jax as a character, but I don't necessarily like him as a character, if that makes sense. I think of his complexity similar to how I analyze antagonists. Whether we like it or not, no matter how much you empathize with Jax, his role is primarily, I'd say he's more of an anti-protagonist, but he's the most antagonist that could be in this show besides Caine. Like, he's the foil, the personal foil to everyone's characters, right? He's the odd one out in the group in a very, very bad way. But Gangel's first reaction to not crying for someone that has tormented you, and yes, that would be the word that I use, no matter the reason of Jax, and especially to the point that you don't know who Jax really is beyond the torment, and it's not her responsibility to know. That's the thing, right? It's not the responsibility of the person that's being bullied to know the story of the bully. It is the responsibility... Actually, there shouldn't even be a bully in the first place to be to empathize with. So Zubul getting mad and Gangle like kind of being quiet and is like, oh, I can't cry for him. The first reaction to that is that this is an extension. This problem that Jax, of course unintentionally, but caused, is an extension to the emotions that they were already feeling when Jax was tormenting them. Zubul, in a way, I feel like they're not, like... Zubul is able to throw back, you know what I mean? Like, Zubul's able to throw back the insults, so it's more like a jab versus jab kind of situation. But for Gangle, man, Gangle's just bullied. She's just hurt, she's just tormented, she's been shot. And I understand that, honestly. You can empathize with a person, you can sympathize with a person's situation, but sometimes you just have to remember that they hurt you. And even worse, it wasn't like Jax ever apologized for everything that he's done to her. I get that. It's okay. You don't have to forget immediately. It's not your responsibility to forgive anyone that did you wrong, no matter their backstory. Of course, we do know, on a writing perspective, Jax does have a sad backstory here. Ooh. She learns this from Kinger, right? The fact that abstractions can be more calm in dark situations. She learns this fact from Kinger, right? Like, this is implied by Kinger, that they're calmer in the dark. Oh boy. Oh, that is bright. Ooh, wait, I want you to see this. This might be completely accidental, but like the way that it, the curls of this side, kind of similar to Pomni's, which I find like pretty cool. Pretty accidental, I think. Psychedelic colors, my favorite. Okay. We're in Jax's psyche. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh no.
Jax?
Oh no.
I just want you to know that if you need anything or if you need to talk
So
to
she
anybody.
reaches out first if
I'm here for
Ragatha
you.
left or disappeared. Oh my
I
god.
know you need it.
That is uncanny.
And I'm the only person who can help you. You need me.
Whoa.
I can fix you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. That is, no. No, 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 no. You don't say that to people. You don't say it like that to people either. No. Whoa. He's smiling. I didn't realize that the first time. That, what do you call this? Okay.
What? We can't die from oxygen deprivation, remember?
Does he blame her? Oh. Now that's another level of fucked up. Does he blame Pomni if Ragatha abstracted? He thinks that Pomni is the reason for it? Like this is repressed anger? Ugh. Now that's interesting. Because we know that Ragatha didn't. Ragatha wanted to be friends with Jax again. So I'm sure Jax is one of the biggest reasons that she would have, like, abstracted. But to blame Pomni? Interesting. Okay.
Come on, guys, put some gusto into it. We're gonna make this the best funeral ever. It's what Zubul would have wanted. Remember, it's not a mourning of
no.
death. It's a celebration of life.
Oh, I feel so bad for Gangle. Oh. So if Zubul had... What am I looking at? I zoned out for 2 seconds and that's what I'm looking at, huh? Okay. That's a very interesting thing. Does he think that Gangle couldn't handle the stress? This is from Jax's mentality, so I think this is just Jax's point of view of like what they would act. That's disturbing.
Sup?
She can't handle it.
Jax, why are you wearing that?
Why
what?
is he wearing that?
Oh, this! I figured what better way to honor Zubul's spirit than by wearing something all gender freaky, right?
What am I looking at?
You're just doing it to make fun of them.
Isn't that what you're doing?
What?
I hate you.
What? Don't act like you don't like it, sweetie.
Ugh.
Meet me in my room after the funeral. Don't be late.
What? No.
What are you all doing? Get back to work!
What? What? Wait, what was that about? Alright, I'm gonna have to pull it together. My curtains is blue kind of analysis for that one, Chief. Whatever that was uncomfortable. The fuck was that? I'm disturbed by the scene, and I'm more disturbed that this is happening in Jax's mind. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't know which is like worse. The actual scene, like as a scene, or the fact that it's happening in Jax's psyche. And this is a cognition of his own interpretation of what would happen if Zubul's gone. And is that how he sees Gangle? Is that how he sees Gangle's mentality? Of course, like, this is not reality. Like, I'm not even gonna bother putting that. The curtains are blue because they're blue. Oh. He doesn't even want to think of Pomni abstracting, huh? What?
You killed the only person I've ever loved. Now I'm going to kill you.
Sheesh, you just blame me for everything, don't you?
What?
I gotta do something about this.
Huh?
I think this calls for a change in scenery. That's all, freaks.
I don't know, it's more messed up. The last one or this one on a psychological level. I actually don't know. A part of me is interpreting this as if he doesn't actually think it's serious that Gangle abstracted, but I think I'm reading it wrong. I hope I'm reading it wrong. But what was that about? Because the ADC likes its metaphors. Does he not think it's all that serious if Gangle abstracts? Does he not? Does he just not? Because when it was Ragatha, right? It was a really chilling scene. But this one is just wacky for the sake of storytelling. Does he not take, would he not take Zubal's grief seriously if that had happened? I don't know.
How the hell did you get in here? We have a strict no girls allowed policy. Why are you wearing that? I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that. I'm wearing it ironically.
Sounds about right.
That way it shows truly just how little I care. Don't forget about me. I can play the piano. You know, if you have to say you can play the piano, it makes it seem like you can't actually play. Yeah, just shut up and play!
Whoa.
Is that what you really think of us back there?
Oh, that? Who knows? Everything's way more fun when you play it out in extremes.
That's not reality, though.
Oh boy,
Why does that
reality's
matter?
gay. Yeah! I mean, killing off the comic relief character? What a freaking drag. This whole episode's been nothing but wah, wah, wah. Where's the levity? Shut up!
Uh-huh.
Where's the real Jax?
You're not gonna get anywhere asking questions like that. Now scram! You're messing up our game.
Do any of you have a key to this door?
Nope. And even if I did, I wouldn't give it to you. You women need to learn to quit prying all the time.
That's a lot of you women kind of talk. Very internal misogyny of you, my friend.
Wow. I hope that doesn't also happen to
Literally
me.
internal. Oh, he has a tail now. Cool. My little Daisy Bell. What do we have here? Oh my. Real life footage. I've seen this before. It's on, was it Twitter? Oh. Hi.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, what's...
Whoa, it's okay. I know it's a lot.
Get away from me! I look... stupid.
I remember that feeling.
Oh boy. We're in that part of the episode.
It goes away eventually. Hot chocolate's pretty good. Kafmo and I made it kind of a tradition to come up here and get it every week.
Can't even tell it's not real.
He's just a chill guy, man. I love Kaufmo.
Yes, we did it!
Shut up! You caught me off guard.
I laugh to laugh. I mean, gotta start somewhere.
I'm just mad it was you instead of me.
Well, yeah, you're not funny.
Damn it, Jack!
Hey, Ribbit, you want to be on my team again?
Sorry. I'm gonna be showing Jax around this time.
No worries, y'all have fun.
Oh, Ragatha. Damn. Damn. They look so well adjusted. Well, as well adjusted as they can be.
Sup, moron?
Oh my god, same. I used to swear so much, but the censoring annoyed the shit out of me.
Is that Ragatha in the back?
You gotta watch out for her. She's gonna corrupt you.
Okay.
She's such a...
Today's adventure was really fun.
I'm glad I could cheer you up.
Have you ever done something that you regret?
That's so interesting. Okay, wait, before this scene, a lot of people were talking about escape back then when episode 8 and 7 were coming out. I always was curious why Pomni was the first real catalyst for escaping. Because the other characters never actually really thought about an escape. Zubo was just kind of tired of the whole situation, and Caine was adapting to them as much as possible. But the actual seeds of doubt being planted into escape were with Pomni. And when I'm looking back at this, they did seem like they were already adjusting as much as they could possibly be, right? I don't think Kinger, Kaufmo, Ribbit, and Ragatha had a problem with each other. And I think Jax, at some point, according to Ragatha, Jax did talk to her. They were kind of friends and they were kind of cordial. I don't see Jax being a complete douchebag out of the blue, right?
Yeah?
Like this.
Have you ever breathed air?
I mean,
oh,
something you did out there that you can no longer make up for and you can't stop thinking about.
I think the important word there was I'm glad I cheered you up. I don't think I've ever heard that from him throughout the series. So this is just the real vulnerable Jax as much as possible, which is unfortunate considering what's about to happen. Ugh. POV.
I cut ties with my parents when I moved out. They were devout Mormons, and I wasn't.
Sorry.
Despite that, I still wish I could see them again. But I'm stuck here.
Is this your way of trying to get me to open up?
It's my way of letting you know I trust you.
I told you I was homeless. What else do you need to know?
You trust me.
Yeah, but it's just... It's kind of a lot.
You're kind of a lot. But I still like you.
I had a weird relationship with my parents. They split when I was just starting high school. I was never close with my dad. He was there, but he also kind of wasn't.
Absent father.
He never seemed proud of me, and I always felt like a disappointment to him. Like I could never live up to his standards. When they split up, I just never saw him again. I thought I got along better with Mom, but after he was gone, she changed.
Oh.
When I showed weakness, I was less of a man than him. When I lashed out, I was just as bad as him. It was confusing. It was like she missed him, but also hated him. And I became the target of all that.
Oh.
One stupid day, I was just kind of fed up with it. I told her something I regret telling her. Something deep and personal that I thought would get her off my back. But she laughed at me. Then she went off on me, and it didn't stop. Personal, degrading insults that felt like it went on forever. And despite all that, the thing that bothered me most was, at the end of all of it, she hugged me.
What?
I didn't know what to do, so I panicked and I pushed her off me with all the force I could.
Oh my god.
She fell backwards, and she didn't get up.
What?
I didn't know if she was just trying to make me feel bad, or I never found out the answer.
Oh my god.
I just ran as far away from it as I could. Whatever I did to her, I'll never know. I guess there's a lot of things I regret about that day.
Alright. I'm gonna pause this here, as I want to absorb and break this down to the other important things that we've learned this episode. Number 1, Jax is really, really not good when it comes to being given any kind of support. Almost to the point of it seeming forceful. And I guess it kind of recontextualized the same way that he shoved Pomni down when she was trying to give him support after Agatha, you know, GG, well played. Oh boy. Another one that I do want to discuss more openly.
I'm sure she's fine.
Thank you, Ribbit.
I mean, if the police never came after you, then
she's right.
She was probably fine.
I'm sorry. I definitely overshared.
Oh, Jax.
Wait.
He's so soft.
I'm glad you trust me.
Shit.
Oh.
This is embarrassing.
Jax.
Your secret's safe with me.
Oh.
Hey, is in there?
Oh.
Yeah? I mean, now's not a good
That's
time.
the
Or now's
allegory.
fine. What do you want?
If now's a bad time. I can come back later.
That would be cool. Good. Alright. So, if you ever tell anyone about this, I'm never speaking to you again. Sound good?
Yeah, I won't.
Awesome. Bye.
Oh, Kaufmo. There were people like blaming Kaufmo for Jax and Ribbit's abstraction. Let's be real. That wasn't on him. He didn't know.
Why am I such an idiot? Why am I such an idiot? Why am I such an idiot?
Jax.
Hey, Jax. Look, about yesterday. I'm sorry if I pried too hard or made you feel uncomfortable or...
What are you talking about?
Oh no.
You mean... you know none of that was real, right?
Well,
What, that corny backstory out of a
What?
Hallmark movie? Nah. Really got you, though. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Kaufmo's so chill.
hey, wanna team up?
Nah, I'm teaming up with Kaufmo. Maybe next time, though.
Kaufmo just has no idea what's
Actually,
happening,
they're
man.
supposed to look like that. Hey, you wanna team up?
Aww.
Nah, I'm with Kaufmo.
Dude, you know what's so funny? Kaufmo looks like he's just ready to like not team up with anyone. He's just like, neat. Oh, I'm gonna team up with Ribbit. Neat. Oh, they don't deserve you, Kaufmo.
Okay.
What's up with Ribbit lately?
I have no idea.
Damn.
What?
Oh.
I'm gonna hang out in the cafe.
Okay. Why are you telling me this?
I don't know.
Damn, that hit the close
Hey,
to home, man.
Jax, Can we talk?
What is there for us to possibly talk about?
I don't know. Just whatever I did, whatever's going on between us, can we just stop this? I miss talking to you.
We're here. We're talking. What else do you want from me?
I just want to be friends again.
What? So you can pry into my personal life and hold it over my head?
Is that really what you think? This can't be what you want!
What? Because you know me so well! Because we're such super close best friends! So we know everything about each other!
We were great friends, and
Oh
I'm
my
sorry for
God!
crying, but I don't want this one stupid mistake to be the thing that ends
Here
all
we
of this.
go! Why are you still fixated on that night? Nothing happened! You keep reading into things when there's nothing there!
You're
the one using me! You're manipulating me!
I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Those are such... Okay. You know how he says that Ragatha was just way too sweet? His words were, "You're using me and you're manipulating me," when Ribbit was trying to apologize, is a fascinating look into Jax's psychology of when it comes to receiving care and support. It's vilified in his eyes, right? Ah, that's so sad. I don't know. I always found that really unfortunate because some people really have a hard time accepting support. It's not easy because sometimes you feel weak when you feel support, and it hurts. I think hearing that, like, if you're the person, like if you're in Ribbit's position, but hearing it from Jax's eyes is also like, it's painful because I do know some people that go through that. Like, they think that people that are trying to get them to talk about their feelings, they're trying to manipulate them. Sometimes, yeah, it's true, but not all the time. And it's important for that discernment. It's really hard to help Jax, but he's not unworthy of being helped in this situation, if that makes sense.
Hey, if Ribbit ever says anything about me, just know it's not true.
What?
Kaufmo's just so confused.
Hey, Ragatha! What was that movie you were talking about earlier?
Huh? Wait, when was I... Oh, you mean yesterday?
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
Hey, Jax, have you seen Ribbit at all today?
Oh my god.
Hey, Look, we were friends, but I know you two were especially close. Just, if you need anyone to talk to.
Do I look like I need someone to talk to?
I know it's hard. Just don't be afraid to reach out to me. I promise.
Oh.
Huh? What?
Okay. Alright, so that's the whole timeline. Damn, that hurts so much from both sides. I've been more in Ribbit's situation, but I can understand Jax's situation. I was never spoiled that it was gonna be that deep, but like, I feel bad for him, obviously. I understand why he acts the way that he does, but it doesn't excuse what he does and how he did it and what he did. It's difficult. Again, it's painfully human. It's really, really human. And I can kind of
How about we call her Gangle? That sounds about as pathetic as she looks.
What?
Great
Rude.
choice, Gangle. I'll be sure to add that right into the system.
Rude.
Out of the way, Rags.
Jax, look. I know we don't get along, but I think I might have found a way out of here.
Have fun being crazy.
Oh, that's so unfortunate because they do get along. They do get along. That's the problem.
And I should just play along until I wake up, right?
Whatever you say, kid. You never know until it's too late. You're not looking too good. You gonna cry? Looking like this? I'd move on. And probably forget about you.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Hey.
Trying to help Jax is like trying to pry down a metal wall with a wooden stick. And sometimes, no matter what they do, it is never correct. Because the damage has been so deep already that any movement is so scrutinized, and that's what makes it so difficult sometimes to help people. And the limitations of helping people are now the burden of the person that's helping. And at some point, you need to ask yourself, what happens next? And that's the hard part. That will always be the hard part. Oh boy, this is where I have to mute it for copyright issues, huh?
I didn't know you could play the piano.
Oh.
I only know like 2 songs.
One of them being Daisy Bell.
Why are you here? You know everything now. So why are you here? Just to rub every mistake I've ever made in my face?
The hard part is that he never apologized to the people he actually
terrible
hurt
person.
too.
Is that what you want me to say?
That's what hurts.
I already know I am. So why does anybody still care about me?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to care. You're not supposed to miss me. You're not supposed to love me. This isn't how this is supposed to go.
Sense of self-preservation.
Please.
Okay.
Leave me alone. You're making this so much harder. You're making this so much harder.
You should have just talked to me, man.
She's right.
It's too late. I did this to myself. There's no coming back from this.
Then talk to me now.
That's the unfortunate reality.
I hate you. You know that? You always have to go and complicate things.
It's what I do.
My goodness.
I don't want to go.
Oh. Jax.
Stay with me.
I can't. Oh, that's right. Oh my goodness! Let's not get copyright strike. Copyright flashbang. Okay. Yeah, we'll just let that play. So, Jax's story is done. Now as a character, right? Like if I ever had to meet him in real life, I would probably just tell him to like, please leave me alone. This is harassment. As a character though, I find him very interesting, and I think what makes him the most interesting is that he is the consequence of his failure to actually change. And I'm glad actually that he did abstract. That it shows you that sometimes, unfortunately, it is too late to change. And that's the reality of life. Some people have dug themselves into a hole so deep that it's hard to pull them back out. And unfortunately, that happens to a lot more people than people like to think. And I think as a character, right? I'm not talking about this in real life, but as a character, this completes Jax's entire theme. The more that you push people away into isolation because your perception of yourself has been so poisoned by your own emotions and trauma, it's really hard to actually open up your vulnerabilities to other people. But if you don't, then the consequences of that could be really, really difficult for you. The solution is not easy, but it's not something that's supposed to be easy. You're making this really hard for me right now. Yes, but that's exactly what he needed. As a character, right? Like a fictional character. I'm glad that he was able to abstract, right? I fear that if he had just been pulled out of this entire state, in my opinion, I feel like that would have kind of cheapened everything that we have been through. Because his character is meant to be a cautionary tale of what could happen to you if you don't if you antagonize yourself to the point of isolation. It's not easy to hear. It really, really isn't, but it's painfully human. I feel like that's always been the theme of the Amazing Digital Circus. None of them were meant to be perfect, and none of them were meant to be, but good writing, but this series, I think, really makes you feel. I feel like that's the right word. You might not be the best, series in the world, but you do make me feel the emotions that you want me to feel, which I like. I like. Okay, we're just gonna... Zubul comes in clutch. Oh, my jeez. Alright. Please don't copyright me. Please. So they're leading Jax back to the little den. I like that it's Zubul. Zubul always was the voice of reason for Jax. And now that the situation has de-escalated, Gangle's able to cry correctly. And I feel like that's... sometimes it just happens. There you go. And then when everything has calmed down.
Having a lot of complex thoughts.
Her room is so timid. It's fascinating.
We're still human.
uncle. How do we only have 15 minutes left and Caine's still not back?
I hope it's enough to keep him contained.
Oh,
He should be
Pomni.
calm in there. Darkness is soothing to them.
He better be. You know how many arms I had to go through to get him in there.
How are you holding up?
I like how Ragatha also starts glitching.
Doesn't that hurt?
That's their code.
I've been through worse.
Thank you for doing this. All of you.
Hey, someone had to do something.
Hi. How are you? Caine. Oh. You're in the sphere outside of the circus from episode 1. How are you? Hello.
Was I truly that bad? Is this really what I deserve?
He really was just trying. Can we forgive the episode
Tried
8?
to delete me.
No.
They're in the wrong, right?
No, they aren't. And he lets go of that.
Did I ruin this? Again.
Again? Oh, right. Okay. I want to do an analysis of him from episode 1 because he really was just trying to keep them alive, and well, I'll save it later, but oh. Metaphors on metaphors. TADC loves its metaphors. They can never make me hate you, Caine. I wonder what kind of metaphor this is. Oh. I wonder what that means. Is it that brute force wasn't what's going to, like, break through the barriers? Blue Street Cafe free Wi-Fi. Ooh. scratch, isn't it? Ah. This was the process. That is very bright. Is the internet. Oh. I don't know if this is. Oh, the Wi-Fi disconnected.
I was irresponsible. I turned them against me. And for what? I could create intelligent beings that do whatever I want, but I can't create them. After all, is their free will not what made them alluring in the first place?
But they hate me. They abandoned me.
They're from a world so much bigger than mine. I'm keeping them locked in a cage.
They had their fun out there. It's my turn now.
If I leave them unchecked, they could kill me. They already did. I'm sorry I did this to you, buddy.
No. Bubble.
All this power we
Bubble.
had together. But we just can't exist like this. I'll miss you. I really will.
I'm gonna need a bit more context. Please. Hold on. That was a lot to unpack and a lot of symbolism that may or may not have needed a little more words. So the glitches were bubbles, right? I'm not insane. It reminds me of the scene where he's like, you should throw a fucking beach party. Right? Like that's reminiscent of that. And you know, the episode 8. It's kind of like Bubbles' own revenge against Caine, or like a hybrid of their voices together. Caine's insecurity amplified by Bubbles' rage bait. But what I want to know is, what did he sacrifice for that? I'm curious. Like, what power did Bubble give him? I wonder. I hope we'll see it. Two halves of a whole idiot. Was
Hi,
the both
Caine.
of them. Aww.
I don't know if I'm ready to face them again. I don't know if I deserve to be forgiven.
It may take time, but all good things do. I still love you.
Aww.
You know, I never programmed you to say you loved me.
I know.
Aww. I wonder if that's like a symbolism that just because you didn't program it from the very beginning or you didn't plan it doesn't mean that something beautiful couldn't come from it, from spontaneity. That's nice. Maybe. It's calming. That's how I'm gonna choose to read it. Welcome back, Caine. Okay. Wait! Before we go back, because we only have like what? We have only 10 minutes left of the actual episode, but we have so many questions that need... For me, I think Bubble and Caine, the previous Caine, merged into one creature that could not, by any means necessary, actually open up, right? They would glitch. Maybe that wasn't even a controlled glitch. Things would break when reality itself would break when Caine gets a little too sentimental or a little too introspective, like what we saw a while ago. But this Caine is the old Caine, like fully old Caine, like the one that ate Bubble alive. The one that, yeah, like this is the authentic Caine. This is the Caine that bled into Abel, like the NPC. That's what I'm going to choose to believe because it's kind of vague, but you know, we'll fill in the blanks. Oh, welcome back, my son. Hello, little guy. They could never make me hate you, no matter everything you did. I like how Zubo's protecting Yanko.
I understand that you're afraid. And you have no reason to trust me after all I've done. But I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I want to give you control of this place. I've learned a lot about you and your world. I understand now that keeping you under my thumb just isn't right. I don't expect forgiveness, but I hope you'll at least accept my offer.
You don't really have a choice.
Caine, you really caused a lot of hell for us. It's gonna take some time to build up any kind of trust between us again. But despite all that, it's good to have you back.
Did you need any help with?
No, not yet, anyway. We've worked something out.
Understandable. Oh, I've made something for you. Feel free to join me by the stage whenever you're ready.
I think I really want to break Caine down because he really was just a broken perfectionist AI. Like I don't want to look at him from the perspective of a human. I want to look at him from the perspective of a robot. And if you look at the earlier adventures that they had, a lot of it was, they were personal to the characters, right? But they weren't outright malicious. They're kind of like D&D campaigns, right? The horror mansion was obviously targeted at Kinger, but it was also, there was an option to not go through to the very, you know, traumatic path. He said that, oh, this is a Zubal's adventure, right? Caine also accommodated for like when they started doing the rapid fire things, and of course with Gangle, I feel like a lot of that, because their brain scans, a lot of the material that he actually uses was from their past. So I want to break down, I really want to break that down because he's a robot, like he's an AI. I love the logic of it. But I know, okay, we're gonna get the final reveal, and let's see. Hello, Caine.
No more secrets. No more mind games.
So this admits that, like, he does know who they used to be. Obviously, right?
Pomni, Abigail Brooks. She's still an accountant, but she seems to have opened up more and is hanging out with new friends more often. She even has some of them in her videos with her, which she still posts on occasion. Ragatha, Susie J. Ackerman. She appears to have left her hometown, cut all communication with her mother, and has excelled in her career. She's made many friends, and it looks like she has a strong, genuine connection with them. She seems happy, like she understands who she is, and that she matters to people. Gangle, Zoe Raghavan. Despite her injuries, she's made a good recovery in the hospital. She quit her fast food job and has gotten a new job at a small design firm. She even began posting pages of her webcomic online. Zubul, Riley Vercellis. After hopping around with different jobs, they look like they've settled a bit and opened their own bar. It seems to be a successful one. People all over the city come to it as a hip alternative destination where they can feel like themselves, free of judgment. Kinger, Grant Best. He's still working in tech. And is
I like
still
the implication that he
happily
doesn't
married
have
to
a
his
Facebook.
wife, Destiny. They appear to have 2 daughters together. He looks like he's a good dad.
We have to pull up the daughter or the mom, the daughter's Facebook.
Jax, Leroy Mateo.
Oh my god,
After
his name
being
is
unhoused for a
Leroy.
few months, he was able to room with one of his close friends. He seems to have gotten a stable job and is able to pay rent.
How in the world did he get that old woman's footage? Jesus, Caine. What?
He and his friends go out every now and again. Weirdly enough, a spot they seem to frequent is Riley's bar.
That guy looks like Schlatt. Hold on. What? No. That was Schlatt. I can
Frequent
tell.
is Riley's
He looks like Jay Schlatt. They both look like Jay Schlatt.
bar.
I'm crying through the tears, guys. It's okay.
Is any of this actually real?
You definitely have it in you. Not sure about mine, though.
Well, maybe you've got more confidence than you thought.
I don't quite have the same power that I used to, but I can still make this place better for you. I'm keeping the worlds open, so you can do what you want when you feel like it. We're gonna be able to build this place into something better.
Oh.
For all of you. What do you say, I mean, Abigail?
Aww.
With all that being said and done, Abby is out there, living her best life. And here, I'm just Pomni.
Yeah. Aww. That's really sad. The ending reminds me of Ride the Cyclone, where the characters are already dead and they kind of just have to accept their current situation. They're all playing D&D! That's so cute. feel like... Oh, that's really sad. I really feel like... I'm glad that Leroy got his good ending. So... Which I'm glad all of them got their good endings, like, in real life. It's the same scene as the pilot. Aww. And that's all, folks. Okay. Alright, so... I hope this isn't copyrighted. Okay. That has been the Amazing Digital Circus. Thank you, Gooseworx, for all of your work, and Glitch Productions. As an ending, what are my critiques? Well, honestly, I liked it. For me, I'm not really the kind of person that would just like... I don't really have like... I'm pretty easy to please. I'm not like an objective critique. I'm just someone that likes the vibes of something and watches it for the fun. I do wish that, of course, like the characters got a bit more screen time. I think, in my opinion, as a writer, I would have given more screen time, especially to the brain scan and Caine. But the emotions that I felt for like this finale are definitely there. And for me, I feel like that's one of the more like important ones. Like just off the hook. Leroy's friends, number 2, 3, and 4. If I were to rate it from like a personal taste, oh hey, this is a Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that's so cute. These are their D&D counterparts. Of course, Caine's a bard. Why wouldn't he be? Whoa, gang. All right, noted. Good for y'all. Okay, so. Okay. I'll be doing the actual analysis of this from like a perspective later, or like in another video with more research, but this one is just for the vibes. Because obviously, like, I mostly like stories. I like stories. And if I were to rate this from a writing perspective, I would say that the lack of screen time, I think, between the other characters is what's mostly a bit jarring. I think that, but I do think that the reaction towards Caine isn't all that. I thought I'd have more resistance to it, but I don't think they're the kind of people to actually hold a grudge, if that makes sense. Like, there's certain characters, for example, if Jax were here, I don't think he would accept Caine's apology, right? I would never in a million years think that he was going to accept Caine's apology, but I feel like the people that were left behind, the people that had no choice but to actually like accept reality for what it is and adjust themselves and have adjusted and like had tried to work out their problems with each other already, like Pomni and Ragatha worked their things out. Kinger has already adjusted to the reality of everything. The only way forward was forward, and it was apologizing to it was Caine apologizing. And the thing is, I do think that I think it's also very important that they're this age. I think it's also a really nice take that they're a bit older. especially for Kinger and Ragatha being the oldest ones, because I think at some point of adulthood, you'll just look at yourself and go like, life moves on, and the world goes on, and sometimes that's the feeling that you just get, like when you clock into a 9-to-5 job, that's it, right? And Caine was as apologetic as he could possibly be. I feel like that's the most important part. Caine was as apologetic as he could possibly be in that situation, and punishing him further might not have made the situation necessarily better, even if it could have like pushed the emotions more, because I think the characters have already expressed their grief the first time, right? If emotions were heightened already, I feel like they definitely wouldn't have forgiven Caine. But since they had time to actually sit down and calmly think about it, I think this is very important. One of the most difficult ways to apologize to someone is actually oh, right, this scene. I saw this around too. Oh, I actually see an HD version of their faces now, besides what Twitter was posting. That is a long wig. That's a really long wig. Ragatha looks so pretty. Or, sorry, Suzanne. Is, Susie. Yeah. Did they get a bus just for this? I'd laugh if they did. Like, they just got a bus. The thing is, I don't think they know each other, which a little sad, but you know, a bit melancholic. The only person that really I think that they really know is like technically Zubul and Jax know each other, but like not in the way that they do, obviously. That's fascinating. But yeah. What are my thoughts? My final thoughts. What could I have wished for more? I wish there were more explanations. I think if I were to give a finale certain criteria on how I would consider it good, it's that a lot of the threads of the old content and the old themes have been tied, right? For me personally, the only grievance that I really have with Amazing Digital Circus, and this is from someone that like analyzes literature, right? It's more so that you need to have a bit more dialogue being spoken out that explains and objectively explains the situation. My problem was like for this one, for the brain scan, this was a really big point of lore that ties together the Caine situation, the CNA situation, right? This is the end of the CNA saga. I think I would have liked actually a scene between Kinger and Caine. Kinger, who is, well, basically Caine's like older parent. I would have liked a scene with that. I like that Caine's apology was heartfelt. It is as heartfelt as it could possibly be, and again, the reality of it is like before the current stance of things, right? Before this, before Pomni actually came, they were pretty okay to adjust. Caine wasn't always a dictator in that regard of like a torturous person, more like just someone that's really misguided. He's like HR. That's a vibe that I always get from Caine. He's HR. He's a mentally breaking down HR administrator that's trying to keep everyone happy. That's my biggest takeaway. I'm not sad that they put a lot of emphasis on Jax, and some people were kind of complaining about Ribbit being only here for Jax, but when you have a character, right, the character does not exist outside of the lens of a protagonist most of the time. And Ribbit revolving around Jax in this narrative is because she's been introduced so late. She's not a character on her own. And sometimes you don't need a character that stands on their own. Sometimes a character is made to be part of someone's backstory because the actual lens we're looking at is Jax. it's just a structure of writing, and would I have wanted Ribbit to be more than what she is? Actually, no. If Ribbit was given more development than the main cast, I feel like that's also a big writing flaw. She's an accessory to Jax's backstory, because that's what her literary role is supposed to be, the same way that Kaufmo is actually an accessory to Jax's literary story, the same way that Queenie is an extension to Kingers. They don't need to be their own characters completely, because you're going to pad out the cast and it's going to be way too many people. Way too many. That's just the reality of like having to when you write a lot of people. It's a big flaw if you try to develop all of them at once, because if you develop everyone, you're going to end up developing no one at all. This one I like. This Jax's sequence here, I like the part that he abstracts. I think that this is a good way of showing the audience that it's already gone. He's already gone, and he already made his decisions. He can't just go back and apologize, because he never actually did. And that's the hard part about it, right? Some people just don't apologize, and then it's too late. And you can never get that back. Which is why, if you're someone out there that has things that they need to be talking about with people, fortunately, sometimes it's important to talk about them. And contrary, or rather, ironically, I find it interesting that Leroy, the person that Jax was until a certain point, fixed his life. He found friends. And that's the important thing about actually all of them. That's the important part about TADC. Besides Kinger. I think Kinger just had a really good life, but until a certain point, right? Like, that's the tragedy. All of the characters in the Amazing Digital Circus are representations of the people that they used to be up until a certain point. And they carry a lot of the weight of that person's regrets. When they arrived to the Digital Circus, my interpretation of this is that you have now just been faced with the reality of regret. You are now in a situation where you cannot go back to where you were or where you think you were. And now everything that you haven't done, everything that you were, everything that happened to you, it is irreparable. And the characters manifest that feeling of being stuck in that circle of trying to cope, that they can't go back. But instead of moving forward, and Caine in a way doesn't help with that situation whatsoever, instead of moving forward, they're just cycling through their own emotions. Gangle with her regrets of never being a manga artist, like her constant self-depreciation, her lack of confidence, is complemented well by Zoe not breaking out of that mold of fast food. Zubul was always self-assured, and they always knew that this is what they wanted to do with bartending, like in a passive way. But we see that elevated further in their real-life counterpart. Jax was able to open up. Leroy was able to open up and fix himself, and it seems that he's doing well for himself. And Pomni and Ragatha actually got the bigger developments. Pomni was able to find friends. Pomni as a character is actually pretty lacking in terms of backstory. We don't know anything about her past besides that she was 25 accountant. However, we do see like a snippet of that past in Abigail, where it was kind of mentioned that she found friends. So my assumption is that she used to be pretty isolated. She was alone. Susie was also, of course, her mother and her friends that found that she was worthy. Noticed that they were never, besides Jackson and Zubul, they didn't know each other. I find that really interesting. I like to think that they became acquaintances in the future, like on the bus ride, but obviously like not to the same extent as the closeness. Well, that was an unfortunate frame. Not to the same closeness as them. From a writing perspective, I don't think it's all that bad. I do think that it definitely went into a more emotional side versus the hype of 7 and 8, like hinting something bigger than itself, which I do think is a waste in terms of like direction, because the build up world building wise of 8 and 7 were kind of they were kind of I wouldn't say wasted, but they were shoved aside, that's for sure. The themes of the story, though, have been pretty consistent. It's always about the characters, about their life, and about their regrets, and about how moving forward with the life that you perceived as mundane is, you know, is the way that you need to be. It's not necessarily to abandon your past, but to move and grow from it, especially since life has no, you know, kind of forces you to move on sometimes. And Pomni accepts that, hey, unfortunately, we're not real, and I'm just Pomni. I'm not Abigail. I'm not Pomni, and that's the reality of the situation. That I have a new life. I'm kind of stuck here now. Do I hate the brain scan theory? No. Hate is way too strong of a word. I'm kind of indifferent towards it. I don't have a strong opinion of like saying, oh my god, I hate it so much. Like I don't like it. No, it's more like, huh, you went through that. You went to that direction. Okay, let's see what you can do with it. It kind of matches the theme of moving on with your life because you've been given an earth-shattering revelation. But I do see why people are like up in arms on, I thought that the theme was escaping, blah, 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 blah. It's kind of an interesting like duality that on one hand, escape is a really good way of actually framing this considering the source material. But at the same time, it's also that sometimes life is not escapable. You're just gonna have to like accept it and face it and apologize for your mistakes, move on with your circumstances. It's not the best execution, I will say. Like, I like it emotionally, but I won't say like, oh, it's perfect. It's a great 10 out of 10 movie. No. I would give it, on a personal scale, I'd give it around a 7 or 8. But on a writing scale, I'd give it around, I'd say as a finale, that's the hard part, right? If this was just a regular episode, I would have been okay. I would have been okay with the pacing had it just been the episode, right? If it was been one episode. But because this section until here was kind of rushed, because they needed to put the crumb of the crop was actually Jax's abstraction. I feel like we really needed more closure from the actual characters. I feel like this scene where they were in the void needed more time to settle in, because you just gave them a really heartbreaking reality check that, hey, you're not real. So I'd say around 6. Actually, that's how I'd rank it. Like, it's not the worst ending. I've seen worse, but it's also not like the best ending. But if it were an episode, I would have given it an 8. If it was a standalone episode, I would have given it an 8. An 8, honestly. I would have liked this as a standalone. But as an ending, it's pretty good. It's pretty okay. But I like the themes. I think that's my biggest, whenever like someone's like writing a story, I always tell them, you need to understand the themes and the purpose of your story. Everyone's gonna have their opinions, right? Everyone has their opinions on characters and everyone has their analyses. My interpretation could not be the same as the author's interpretation, and that's fine. But you as an author need to know what you actually want to execute with your story. And for me, I feel like that's the right way to do it. And I think that TADC from episode 1 until maybe 5 or 6 was actually pretty consistent with what it wanted to show. So you know what? I get it. Anyway, I'm Mushi. That has been a very, very long analysis of the Amazing Digital Circus episode 9. Remember, that has been a great show. Thank you!